Hey guys, how's it going? Hobo Yeti here. I thought the rain had stopped, but it's now sprinkling on me. But I've been up and down the streets looking for a good place to do this video. I wanted enough good lighting to show you kind of what I'm going to show you. It's basically fast charging. Basically, for a long time, I used regular batteries that I'd get, pretty big ones, but ones I'd get off Amazon or Walmart or something like that, and I would, get a couple of plugs, a couple different cords. I'd go to the library and sit for 8 hours to hopefully get a full charge, but not necessarily, And then my buddy Larry, he sent me this guy here. It's a fast charger, and that one's doing okay. I did get myself another one because I don't know, it doesn't have any name on it, but it's a fast charger, and really just good stuff. The quality of life upgrade from my regular cord. First of all, when you go to the library, you don't want to be sitting there for 8 hours and be noticed. You don't want to like a lot of times I'd be there and I'd have all my batteries plugged up to every outlet, that I could find, and, these big black cords just sitting next to you. You try to cover it up, but it's really difficult to go unnoticed that way, and so, whatever. So I got this, and it has just been, normally I would spend 8 hours to get, hopefully, a full charge on a like a 20,000 milliamp battery, with this, this one's like a 28,000 milliamp. That's the milliamp MAH that you'll see is the size of the battery. These are pretty big here, I can charge one full battery in about an hour. Depending on which one of these I use. One of them's a lower speed, but I wanted to. I'm going to include stuff in the description down here, links to these various different ones that I have purchased, that I have in my my Amazon history or whatever. So then you don't have to go looking. When you're looking up these things, basically there's okay, so you got the size, the capacity of the batteries, the MAH on it, and then you have the how many watts it has. So, for instance, a normal battery, the normal batteries that I have been getting that I thought were quality, good batteries, they were like 30 watts maybe, and that's the how fast they can take a charge, right? And then you have cords here, and you also have that same rating on these, how fast it can take a charge or transfer that charge. And of course, then you have the power charger. It plugs in with a normal plug. So you plug this in, and I would just have this sitting in my backpack. I would plug all my cords up in my backpack. So I only have one cord going to an outlet. So that's really handy. I don't stand out, and then I can just, when I'm ready to go, I just unplug it and I put everything in my bag and I'm good to go. There are some things you should know about these. Like, for instance, this guy here, so it's got so it said, like, on the back of your battery or on the cord or on here, it's going to tell you what the transfer rate is. So it's got, on this one, this is a 500 watt, but don't let that confuse you. That doesn't mean that transfer rate is going to be a 500 watt. It means that it's going to, like, all of these different ports add up to 500. This one's adds up to 320 or something. And like up here, I don't know if you can see that, but up here it says 100W, 100W, and then below it's like 65, 65, and so on. And it has a couple, these are USB-C, and these are the fast charging ones. Then you have regular USB-A, I think it is, or USB-B, I don't know. And those are slower charging, but the USB-C is the way to go. And like I said, you're using basically these cables here. You can get them for like $10 for two if you're looking. I got these because they said that they would display on here the actual transfer rate when it was hooked up to a battery or whatever, but they were faulty, so that was a letdown. But I'm not going to return them. The cords still do the work. But so basically, I plug this in, and like if you have the first one, if I have the first one plugged in here, it's going to probably be around 100 or more. If the more devices you have plugged in at the same time, the less the less transfer rate they have. But also, if you have like every port plugged in, the transfer rate across the board is going to be lower. But at the same time, it's still going to be significantly faster than what you're used to. I used to spend 8 hours. Now I spend about an hour. I can do it at the library. I can do it at Wendy's. I can. Sorry about the noise in the background. But like, yeah. So, and I've got 2 different batteries, and I used to have 4. Basically, I use this one predominantly, and it has, I haven't gone through it yet. Like, I'll go through it, I'll get down to like 20% or something, and then I'll charge it up for an hour somewhere, and it's good to go. This one, I don't really use right now. It's a backup. I haven't needed it, but it's good to have. One of these battery packs here, half of it will get me through a full day of active use on my phone. So 12, 13 hours on my phone, good, high display. I do still keep it in airplane mode because I don't want it connecting to the towers and wasting battery power searching for a tower or whatever. But and the rates on here that it shows, this is 100, this is 100. It's like a laptop would charge, like a Chromebook or a laptop or something like that. The other ones are typically for charging your phone or charging your battery packs, right? But like I said, the thing you want to make sure of, so you've got this, and that's plugged in, and then you want a high transfer rate cord, so these are 240W, and then my, like this guy, this battery is rated 120, I believe, W, and this one's at 100 W. And so it's not going to get the full, filling it up. There is definitely a funnel effect that you have, because this is slower. The transfer rate or the charging rate for this is slower than the cord, but overall still good. Still really happy with these, and they just make my life easier. The things you want to pay attention to when you're looking for batteries, like I said, I'll include links in the comment or down below to both of these items, and the cords and the batteries. Like this battery, they're not selling it anymore for some reason, so I'm going to get 2 more of these just to have as a backup. But you want to pay attention when you're looking at batteries. These batteries are probably twice as expensive as regular batteries that you would get. And you got to be careful when you're looking at them. When you're looking at their, some of them will have a different input than output charge, transfer rate or whatever. And so that's frustrating. But usually you can tell by the price. And a lot of times you'll have to go way down in the description. Like I said, some of them have they'll show that the output and the input to be 2 different rates, and like the input might be 100 watts, and the other one be like 30, which would really suck. If I bought that, I would be so disappointed. And sometimes you have to go through the description, the product specs, and all that, and that's frustrating. But today I finally got a chance. We had a little bit of sun, and I was feeling better, just because sunshine does that. I didn't realize how much the actual dark brooding skies and rain just really gets you down, you know. I'm ready for summer to hit again, but I don't know. Overall, I've got it all in a case, but like I had all these cords and plugs, and I was going through my packs today. I got some new dry bags to put my stuff in, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't need all these cords and plugs. Like, you know, I was holding on to them because you don't, you know, homeless, don't throw anything away, you might need it. But I was like, why am I carrying around, you know, these, you know, 8 of these different, you know, I've got the USB-C, I got the regular USB cords, and it was just like I don't need that. I don't need 3 plugs to carry around. All I need is one of these or 2 of these. I have 2 of these because, like for instance, at the top here, it's got the higher transfer rate, and so I can plug in both of these guys, right? I can plug them both in, and even though this one's a little slower, it's still really quick. But then I can get the 2 high transfer rate USB, so I could charge 4 batteries in an hour to full strength. You know, I plan on doing a hike, walking down the coast this summer, really to lift my spirits. And I'm excited about it, but I was thinking about it, like I don't want to, you know, the thing is I walked the coast, I don't know, about 9 years ago, and I remember when I did it, it was summertime, but there was always cloud cover, and my backpacking solar panels just weren't cutting it. So with these, basically, with these batteries, one of them gets me 2 days. So if I've got 4 batteries, that's going to get me 8 days, maybe a week, you know, which is enough that I can get to like the next town over. Maybe they have a library, maybe they just have a Wendy's or a socket I can plug into and charge all my devices like super quick. And you know, I don't have to, I don't stand out. I don't like standing out. I like being camouflaged, you know, as, you know, maybe some guy doing the Oregon Coast Trail or something like that. I do plan on having a cart because, you know, these things, like these batteries are heavy, water is heavy, a lot of things are heavy, and a cart allows me to carry as much water as I need and not stress about the miles that I'm going to try to make, you know, 10 miles a day or so. And anyway, that's my fast charging video. You know, like I knew that this kind of stuff was available, but like I didn't know like what to get and what you know, what specifications to look for. So I'm gonna put all the specifications in the description area, so you can just click on that link. I don't have like an Amazon reseller thing or anything like that, so you know, I'm not gonna make any money off it or whatever. That's cool. But I wanted to put this information out there because if I had, and it is fairly cheap. This new one that I got was $35. The batteries are slightly more expensive. This was like $50. The other one too, and the cords were like $10. But I guarantee you, if you switch, if you're using an old battery backup system and you're homeless or backpacking or whatever, and you get this, it will be well worth your time, and basically just you know, like I used to spend every 2 or 3 days at the library charging all my stuff for long periods of time. Now I spend an hour, and then with the rest of the time I can just chill, or you know, if I want to spend like 3 or 4 days at my campsite, I don't have to worry about running out of a charge. So super important. Hope that helps you guys, and I'm excited. We got the sun out. I got sun on my face. It's blinding, but I'm really appreciating it. Hopefully I'll get some good vitamin D. But I'm feeling a lot better than the whole flooding fiasco, and things are looking up. I hope your road's a good one, and if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Peace.